What's up, you guys? We're Thru It All.
We're hanging here with Rob on Front Row Live.
You guys just debuted with your first official single, and you guys are giving us not only a nostalgic kind of vibe with this new song, but it's like you guys are coming in hot with this new song. Let's Before we really dive in and talk about this track, let's talk about the formation of the band and this is a new project. So how did you know now was the right time to release music?
Man, like what we were just talking about briefly, like leaving LA, everything kind of forced us back together. This has been my best friend since I was like 7 years old. We literally went to first grade together. We've known each other forever. We started our first band together at 12 years old. So back in the hometown, it was like perfect timing, full circle. Just came back together, man. And actually our other member, Jameson, is like, we've known him since like 9 years old. He was in the first band ever too. So it's crazy. It's just full circle energy. And it's like perfect timing for pop punk. And that's what we started in and that's what we love. So we're just like, let's get it. Let's go for it.
I love that, Nick, like you personally have been doing so many. I mean, I first met you with a pop punk band, and then you started doing a lot of other stuff as well. So being able to step out of pop punk, doing so many other genres and trying new things in music, and then coming back to pop punk, like how did that kind of energize you for this new material that you guys are starting to release?
Man, I'm just glad I went through everything and learned everything over the whole process. And I can put that into, like I said, full circle, coming back to like what I really, really love, what I'm super stoked about. And I love everything else I've done too. I'm actually still working on like rap music and all that too. So, yeah, man, it's just good to be back with day one friends and like doing what we love most, what feels like the most natural and authentic,
Dan, as you guys got together and started working on music, specifically with this debut single, Irrelevant, what was that process like? You guys got into the studio knowing you were writing this track, or was this a track that kind of just flowed out as you guys were in the rehearsal process?
Kind of just came together over like a week and a half with an acoustic guitar, and all these songs just flowed out of us. It was effortless.
Yeah.
And knowing we were making the music we wanted to be making, and all the times we'd worked together in the past, it was just so natural and really, really organic.
Yeah, super easy. The song just flowed. Me and Daniel just sat down with an acoustic, like he said, and just wrote all these songs, and we demoed them out. We demoed them like super rough in the living room, and then booked this really dope studio up in Tulsa, which is like a pretty cool music scene now, like up and coming out here, especially since people are leaving like the coasts more and more, coming to Austin, coming to Tulsa. Like Tulsa's getting popping now. It's pretty cool.
Figuring out who's singing, who's doing drums. Nick, I know you've done both in the past, as well as like guitars and stuff like that. So what was that process like, kind of figuring out what your job was going to be in the band?
Well, when we started writing them, we were like, this would just be really cool to trade off lines. It sounded really cool. It had a cool contrast. I don't know, like super throwback, like Taking Back Sunday type thing or something, like, or a Blink thing or whatever. Yeah. Like just trading off, like there's not really like a main frontman type thing. It's just like everybody singing a little bit. It's pretty cool. I like that though. So yeah, we would write out the whole song and then just figure out which lines like we wanted to trade and stuff. And then drums for me, I've been playing drums forever, so I had to hold it down on the drums.
How would you say that changed the writing process though?
Well, I think for me, like becoming a songwriter over the past like 6 or 7 years or so, like writing raps and stuff, kind of changed my whole process on writing anyway. And I just became way better at it. And I put so many songs out just under Nick Jordan that I became a songwriter. And Daniel's always done that. Like he used to write basically all the lyrics back in the day, and I would just play drums. So now we're just both contributing and, just
got
contributing
a
to
really
the process.
solid Lennon-McCartney thing going on. And there's numerous sections in these songs where we pushed ourselves on our instruments to the limit, and we're singing on top of that. So
Yeah, it's crazy live. Like some of these drum parts and then singing live while playing, these intricate parts is pretty crazy. That's a whole new thing. But I did a little bit of that on my the last Nick Jordan tour back in 2019, and that was like it's funny how it all like built up into like learning what I needed to know to do what we're doing now.
Daniel, what would you say was like a challenge that you guys faced in order to make Irrelevant, in order to finalize Irrelevant?
Well, I think probably one of the hardest things was fleshing it out, and then bringing the other guys in. We've got two other members of the band that kind of came in and elaborated on the parts that we started on. And between the demo and the studio, hearing the final master, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
Challenging, but so satisfying.
Was this self-produced, or did you guys go with a certain producer that you guys wanted to work with for this music?
We actually, I met somebody that I was skating with, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I have the studio, blah blah blah, whatever." And then I kind of looked into it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is like one of the dopest studios in Tulsa." It was just like a naturally occurring thing. We weren't even really like, looking for it. And then as I talked to him about, what type of music he likes and stuff, it was like all the same stuff we were into. So when he heard the project and started working on it, he was just like super stoked on it. And he's kind of like the unspoken fifth member of the band. But we had the songs demoed out before we went, but he definitely added his flavor to it too. So we worked with the producer for sure.
You guys are working fast because the band formed recently. The debut single's out now. Music video's already about to drop. And then you guys are also talking about the debut EP, which is tentatively December 3rd, correct?
Yeah. Right.
So, I mean, what's this process like? Like, are you guys just in the studio day and night, like just kind of making this, finalizing this EP? Or is this something that just like Irrelevant, happened just naturally and you guys just like already had the songs?
Well, Nick is tirelessly working on the artistic direction, the promotion, getting in touch with mighty fine people like yourself, sir. And the rest of us have like 9 to 5 jobs, and it's very much a juggling act between working and adulting in this band. And we're all very much 100% invested. And I'm looking forward to getting out and playing shows, getting on the road.
The day you can quit your job.
And quitting my job.
As far as live shows go, do you guys have anything planned anytime soon, whether it's an actual live performance or maybe like some kind of live stream?
Yeah, so we are in our rehearsal space right now, and our bass player, Doug, just walked in, actually.
Yo, Doug.
Come say what's up, dude. We're here now because our first show, we're doing a hometown show the night that the EP drops. Pop in and say hi, dude. Everybody, this is Doug.
What's up?
Yeah, this is Doug.
Hey, what's going on?
Doug Fresh. But yeah, we are rehearsing tonight, and we got this EP release December 3rd. But the EP drops December 3rd, and the show is the 2nd. So we're gonna like party that night when it comes out at midnight.
Now, Doug, since you just walked in, I want to know about your experience during the recording process of Irrelevant. Like, how did you kind of challenge yourself during this process, and what stuck out to you most about this track?
Well, I actually joined after the recording process, so I have very no input on that. But when
he's
I
killing
heard
it.
It was like sick, and I knew I needed to be a part of this.
So we found Doug here in our hometown. Daniel and him have been friends forever, and this dude is like, he has every pop punk band tattooed on his arm. He's like, this is like the fucking dopest thing. It was like All Time Low, Newfound Glory, Yellow Card, Blink. Like, so, and we're in this small town, Oklahoma, so it's like we could have found the better fit, you know what I mean?
Well, I definitely look forward to more music with you guys, and like I said, I hope that this is, I hope more people get to listen to Irrelevant and the upcoming debut EP, which is also titled Irrelevant. And guys, thanks so much for taking the time to do this. I'm excited about this.
Hey, I wanted to tell you, thanks for all your support over the years, man. It's been awesome, dude. Like, we go way back. We were just watching the Assemble the Skyline interview.
Oh my god!
Shop in East LA somewhere.
Woo!
Crazy,
man.
Right?
Ages ago.
Yeah,
but
dude.
I'm glad we can stay connected, and I'm glad that I've always told you, like, music, no matter what you're doing, you're always like killing it with the music. So, and I see it happening again with this band. So, thanks for always keeping me in the loop, dude.
Yeah, dude. Of course.